Hi, students. Today we had our introduction to MLA citations, and due to some tech failures, I felt that there were some gaps in what I was able to teach you. So I'm making this video to share with you a few things that I would have liked to have shared with you in class if we did not have those tech failures. So first of all, let me make this smaller. First of all, I'm going to send you a link to this video, which is how to cite using MLA. And the first few minutes of this 13-minute video are about MLA formatting, which you already know. But the rest of it is about how to create in-text citations and a works cited page. So it's a good little review of the content of our class. Notice that this instructor works at Eastern Arizona College, but it's the same information that we use for our class because this information is applicable to all academic institutions, colleges, universities across the United States. So just pointing that out. So you can watch this video later. Another thing that I wanted you to see was if you go on Blackboard and look in useful links and files. So here you'll find everything that we looked at today, an introduction to MLA citations, the PDF file that I gave you, the SAPA essay, which is a great model essay, and please have that model essay open when you're typing your assignment. And then what I wanted to show you was also the ACC Library MLA handout. So let's click on that and see. So this is usually a document that I give students a hard copy of during class, but there's a website of this document, a web page with this document on it. So this is in the library. I told you that librarians are MLA experts. They're citation experts. So they can talk to you and help you, but they also provide this document to help you. So if you look on this document, it's basically giving you all the information you would need to create a works cited page, like how to cite from a regular book, how to cite from a book with multiple authors, how to cite from just a chapter, and then you also have online citations like an ebook, a regular print article, and then basic website, multimedia, meaning videos. So that's a guide for you if you want to see. And you're going to basically be using the website basic format for the essay assignment I gave you today, and also for your final exam essay. So remember, though, that this is just a guide for you, and using basic books and basic websites, most people just do it with a citation generator such as EasyBib, and you would only need really to look carefully at a paper like this if you're citing something unusual like a YouTube video. So you can go ahead and take a look at this page at a later time, and remember how to find it. It's here on Blackboard. At the bottom, the last 3 links are all about MLA citations. This here, the one above it, is MLA formatting instructions, which if you're typing in documents, if you're typing your documents in Microsoft Word instead of in Google Docs, is useful for you. Remember that there's already an MLA template in Google Docs that I showed you earlier in another video. Okay, so let's talk about the assignment that I gave you. So let me open that assignment. Okay, actually, in order for you to see it, go to Homework and Assignments. just to remind you how to find it. Find our day, which is today. Notice that everything's linked here, so if you already understood the assignment, you don't really need to look here, but let's download this assignment and open it up. So here you can see the percentages. Notice that at least 2 correctly done citations is worth 30% of your final score. Counter-argument and refutation are worth 20% of your final score. And then correctly done works cited page is worth 50% of your final score. And that is how I'm going to reach your grade. I'm going to make your grade based on those elements for the next paper. So, and then here you find all the links that I put on Blackboard. So I'm just going to go from Blackboard here. So let's look at the 3 articles that I gave you. Remember that if you're writing from the con position, you're against using spanking as a form of discipline for elementary school age children. You're going to read this article as well as the both sides article. And if you are in favor of using spanking as a form of discipline in elementary school age children, you'll use the pro article here and the both sides article. So you'll have 2 articles. Please do not use any other sources for this essay. I'm trying to keep it simple and easy. Actually, for our final exam essay, I'm going to let you use sources that you find on your own. But for the purposes of this essay, please do not use any other sources aside from the 2 sources that I gave you. So let's take a look at those sources. I've already actually opened them up here. So the first one, to spank or not to spank? Is it still a question? This is the con article. So notice here, who is the author? It's actually Daniel Oppenheimer. A lot of students, when they look at this, they see that this is an interview with somebody named Elizabeth Gershoff. And she is a researcher at the University of Texas, and she studies child development, and she studies actually the impacts of punishment. So when they make their citation, they try to cite Gershoff. But look what happens if we put this article in EasyBib. So I'm going to copy it. We're going to jump over to EasyBib. So here we are on the page. Remember, if like me, you use Chrome and you have an ad blocker, to turn off your ad blocker so it doesn't give you problems when you're using EasyBib. Go to the splash page and you select Create Citations. And in this case, we're going to use a website. And I'm going to put this article's URL here. And look, it found the website for me. Cite. And here it's giving me everything I need. Date of access, the date it was published, okay, the title here. So let's continue and see what our citation looks like. So if we want to add anything, we can add it here. Looks pretty complete to me though, so let's do a complete citation. Okay, so let's look here. If I want to use this, I just hover and I get the option to copy the citation. Notice though, what's missing from this citation? I see the author is Oppenheimer. Notice the author is not Gershoff. Gershoff was who was being interviewed. So in your parentheses, it's not going to say Gershoff. It's going to say Oppenheimer. Okay, and the et al. Means there was more than one author. I think there was not more than one author. So you'll take off that et al. I'm not sure why that popped up. But what is missing from this citation? The date accessed. So when you paste this into your works cited page, you're going to write access for May 2020 or whatever the date happens to be. And then you'll have a complete citation. So remember, your citation's not complete, and you always need to check the citations that are provided by you from any citation generator. When you go into Comp 1, you'll learn that actually from the ACC Library website, when you're looking at academic articles, you can create citations directly from the ACC website, or you can use any of these free citation generators. However, they're not perfect, and you still have to check them to make sure that they match. So how do you check them? Well, you go over to that document that I gave you from the ACC library with the MLA citation guidelines, with the model citations, and you check it against that and make sure it's complete.